Welcome to the ASTRALX Deep Dive, illuminating your path. I'm Lineria Celine, your intuitive guide.
And I'm Solarian Zephyr, your cosmic strategist. We bridge celestial wisdom,
Unlock your modern path. Discover guiding starlight insights.
explore powerful cosmic energies.
Yeah.
How do planetary transits shape your story today?
That really is the big question, isn't it? And today, we're diving into that with some really fascinating source material. It gives us a deep look, a very specific look at a powerful cosmic signature for 2025.
Yeah, this one's tailored.
Exactly. Tailored for those of you listening with Capricorn Rising and a Leo Sun. It's all about understanding your unique celestial blueprint for the year ahead.
And this material, it paints such a vivid picture. It calls this profile Regina Solis.
Regina Solis.
The Granite Peak Sovereign, right.
Oh.
But with the heart of the solar lioness lighting it all up, think of it as the ultimate alchemy of ambition.
Okay.
You've got this like tectonic willpower from Capricorn meeting this radiant divine self-expression from Leo. The imagery is just, well, it says your spine is the mountain range and your roar. That's the sunrise every single day. It's this really profound energy embodying both structure and light.
That image, the mountain, the sunrise,
Yes.
ambition rooted deep, but expression just blazing outwards. It feels like a really potent internal dynamic.
It is.
So looking at 2025, what are the big astrological forces shaping this celestial crucible the material talks about? What's in the mix?
Well, 2025 presents a really dynamic set of energies. First off, you have Saturn moving through Pisces. Now, for Capricorn rising, that puts Saturn squarely in your 12th house.
The house of the hidden, the subconscious.
Exactly. So this transit is about dissolving old karmic chains, connecting you to something deeper, maybe less conscious, the sort of oceanic consciousness.
Okay.
But at the same time, your Leo sun, it's blazing away in your 5th house, the natural home of creativity, self-expression, joy.
Right.
And the source describes this as supernovaing your creative potential. Like it's just becoming impossible to hide that light.
So, really deep subconscious work happening right alongside this urge to creatively shine. That sounds intense.
It is. And then you add Pluto, now in Aquarius. For this specific profile, that lands right in your 6th house.
Daily routines, work, health.
Yep. Pluto here is set to revolutionize all of that. It really demands deep, maybe sometimes uncomfortable transformation in those really practical areas of life.
Okay, so the foundations of the day-to-day are getting shaken up too.
Definitely. And then shifting gears a bit, from May 24th onwards, Jupiter moves into Gemini. For you, that activates the 11th house.
Networks, groups, community.
Exactly. Expanding your social sphere, how you connect. The material calls it networking your radiance, building powerful alliances.
So expanding your reach after maybe some of those deeper internal shifts have started.
That's a great way to see it. And one more to watch closely, Mars in Leo. That's happening from July 20th to September 4th.
Mars, planet of action in Leo, your sun sign.
And in your 5th house of creativity,
Yeah.
the material really highlights this period. It says it ignites that 5th house, really pushes for creative launches, bold self-expression. It's go time for creativity.
Wow. Okay, that is quite a lineup. Saturn dissolving things in the background, Pluto transforming the everyday grind, the Sun and Mars firing up creativity, and Jupiter helping you connect it all outwards.
It's a lot, right?
Yeah. And this source material mentions a specific kind of tension these forces create, a geothermal tension. Can you unpack that a bit? What does that feel like?
It's a really interesting concept they use, this geothermal tension. It comes from the push and pull between, well, Saturn's weight, Saturn's gravity.
In that hidden 12th house.
Right, operating silently, dissolving these deep, maybe even ancestral limits you didn't know you had,
Oh,
versus the just sheer power of your Leo sun's nuclear fusion and the 5th house creative core.
okay, so deep pressure meets explosive energy.
Exactly, like the immense pressure deep inside the earth meeting the sun's core. That's the feeling.
Foundational, heavy work meeting this light, expansive creative force. Yeah, that sounds incredibly intense.
It really is. And Pluto in the 6th. The material describes it acting like a sort of particle accelerator in this whole mix.
Also,
It takes the raw material of your daily life, your habits, your routines, and just subjects them to intense transformative pressure. It can completely revolutionize how you operate day to day.
right.
And when these forces really align, especially around August 4th, the sources point to a Leo Sun-Saturn trine there.
Okay, a key date.
Yeah, it suggests that the very fabric of your reality can feel like a cosmic anvil, where your soul is both a hammer striking with purpose and the gold being shaped and refined in the fire. It's a year of intense shaping. Purification, really.
A cosmic anvil. That phrase really lands. It drives home that sense of powerful, maybe unavoidable change. So these aren't just abstract ideas floating around, are they? The material gets specific about how this stuff might show up, like in your body.
Yes, exactly. This is where the somatic astrology part comes in, and it's quite insightful. It treats the body like an energetic citadel, almost.
Okay.
So with Saturn in the 12th house, the source suggests you might actually feel something like liquid lead in your bones when you're resting.
Like lead. Wow.
Yeah, this heavy, deep feeling, subconscious pressure, maybe unresolved history surfacing, or perhaps a pressure behind your eyes when those ancestral burdens or hidden fears kind of bubble up.
That's so specific. Liquid lead in the bones. A potent image for carrying that weight.
It really is.
Yeah.
And the material offers prompts, too, ways to work with these feelings.
Oh, good.
For Saturn in the 12th, it suggests massaging your knees and ankles, maybe with some cedar oil, before sleep.
Yeah.
And while you do it, visualize roots growing down, drawing Saturn's wisdom up from the earth, grounding that heavy energy, turning it into foundation.
Ah, transforming the burden into wisdom. I like that. What about the Leo sun energy? The fifth house stuff in the body.
The Leo sun in the 5th, that might show up as like actual pulsations in your solar plexus when you're really inspired, creatively lit up.
Okay.
But conversely, you might feel a heat spreading through your arms, maybe your chest, when your brilliance feels blocked or unseen, like pent-up creative fire, you know?
Yeah, I can imagine that.
And the prompt for that one is pretty direct. It suggests standing in sunlight, putting your hands over your heart, and literally roaring vowel sounds, A-E-I-O-U.
Mm-hmm.
Just letting it out.
Roaring vowel sounds. I love that. Using your voice to channel that solar power. Okay. And Pluto in the 6th. The routine revolutionizer. How does that feel?
For Pluto and Aquarius in the 6th, the material suggests you might experience these sudden, like electric jolts in your gut,
Yeah.
especially when your routines feel stagnant or just wrong, like your body's saying, change this.
A gut feeling, literally.
Exactly. Or maybe a tingling in your fingertips during those aha moments about how to restructure your work or your health habits. Systemic breakthroughs.
Mm-hmm.
And the prompt for this is active. It says to rhythmically slam your fists on your thighs while chanting routine revolution.
Okay, very physical.
Yeah, it's about physically embodying that urge for transformative change in your daily structure, really claiming it.
So it's really about listening closely, not just to the astrology, but to how your own body is interpreting and expressing these energies. Now, moving beyond the personal and the somatic, does this material connect this potent energy profile to real-world figures, historical or cultural examples? Who embodies this Regina Solis archetype?
It does, and the examples are quite compelling. Michelle Obama is highlighted as like a prime embodiment.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, she has that powerful Leo sun radiance and warmth, right? Often noted alongside a prominent Capricorn ascendant or strong Capricorn placements. The material points out how her kind of regal presence and heart-centered approach, that's the Leo fused with this really disciplined strategy and drive to build lasting things, the Capricorn. And that fusion enabled her to architect significant social change legacy projects. So the takeaway for you in 2025, much like her journey, is that these transits are really demanding that you build enduring structures using your Capricorn rising that actually magnify your inner Leo sunlight from the 5th house.
Turning personal radiance into something tangible, something with external impact.
That's the idea, building legacy structures that amplify your inner sun.
That connection is really powerful, the personal presence and the discipline building working together. What about figures from, say, culture or fiction?
Yeah, it draws some interesting parallels there, too. Looking at figures who blend this deep kind of moral fortitude or discipline with a fiery, often fiercely expressed, sometimes misunderstood brilliance.
Okay, like who?
Well, think of Elphaba from Wicked. You've got that fundamental structure, that intense moral core, meeting her incredibly powerful, almost Leo-like magical ability that really sets her apart.
I see.
Or Mufasa from The Lion King, that blend of deep paternal authority and responsibility with this heart-centered, majestic sovereignty.
Right, the kingly presence.
Exactly. Even Daenerys Targaryen, that strategic ambition coupled with dragonfire creativity. Or Florence Welch, how she marries this sort of gothic discipline in her aesthetic and work ethic with this absolute solar ferocity in her performance. They all tap into different facets of this Regina Solis energy, this mix of earth and fire, structure, and raw expression. Shows how it can manifest.
Those examples really bring the archetype to life, make it incredibly vivid. Okay, let's shift gears slightly from the archetype and how it shows up to the really practical side. This material gives specific interactive elements, right? Like moments for reflection, even rituals.
Absolutely. It offers some really concrete ways to engage with these energies directly. One key thing is a prompt for pause and reflect, and it's timed specifically around the Capricorn new moon on January 9th.
Okay, using that new moon energy.
Precisely. And the questions it suggests you ask yourself tie directly into the core transits we've been talking about. Questions like, what hidden burden connecting to Saturn in the 12th is blocking my creative flow, connecting to that Leo sun in the 5th? And then, what daily habit, thinking Pluto in the 6th, could actually liberate it? It's about using that grounded Capricorn energy to get real answers to these big cosmic questions.
Focusing those powerful energies into real personal inquiry and maybe some accountability, too. What about something more active, a ritual?
Yes, there's a detailed ritual blueprint provided. It's called the peak ignition ceremony.
Peak ignition. I like that.
Yeah. And it's suggested for around the Leo-Capricorn cusp time, specifically July 16th to 22nd. It aligns with the waxing moon phase, as the moon is building towards fullness.
Okay, timing is key. What does it involve?
The tools are very symbolic. You use obsidian for Capricorn's grounding power, a gold candle for Leo's solar fire, mountain quartz embodying the peak itself, and an iron key symbolizing unlocking potential.
Nice.
The action involves placing the quartz crystal on the obsidian base, lighting the gold candle, then holding the iron key over the flame while you chant, I unlock ambition's forge.
Actively merging earth and fire.
Exactly. Then you anoint your wrists with a tiny bit of the cooled ash, and finally you take the key and bury it somewhere at a high elevation, symbolically rooting that powerful intention at the peak.
Wow, that sounds incredibly potent, a very physical way to connect with that mountain and sun energy we talked about. And there's an embodiment practice, too.
Yes, a specific posture and visualization called the spine of the Sun King.
Okay, tell me about that.
You stand against a wall, really consciously pressing your whole spine against it, sacrum, lower back, middle, upper, right up to your skull, flat against the wall. Then, as you inhale, you visualize iron filings stacking neatly, vertebra by vertebra, building that solid, disciplined Capricorn structure up your spine.
Okay, building the mountain within.
Right. And then as you exhale, you visualize molten gold pouring down your spine from your crown all the way down. That fluid, radiant Leo fire.
The sunrise flowing down the mountain.
Exactly. And there's an affirmation to go with it. My discipline is my dynasty.
My discipline is my dynasty. Ooh, that's a fantastic affirmation. It really captures the essence of channeling these energies, doesn't it?
It really does.
So looking ahead then,
Yeah.
this material also sketches out some potential future outcomes. It outlines what it calls the 3 crowns of mastery. What are these possible paths for Regina Solis in 2025 and beyond?
Yeah, this section explores how navigating these intense transits might lead down different roads, basically. The first path described is the legacy liminary.
Okay.
This is where you really successfully embrace and integrate those transformative Saturn and Pluto energies. You might launch something significant like a creativity incubator, maybe, or some kind of platform rooted in your Leo 5th house gifts, but built with revolutionary super-optimized systems, thanks to really harnessing that Pluto in the 6th energy. Saturn in the 12th gives you the deep endurance, the resilience, and Jupiter in the 11th helps you build the community, the tribe around it.
Right.
The source suggests that by 2026, this could manifest as your own solar academy, something that really redefines leadership through creative expression. The key choice here is consciously deciding to institutionalize your creative genius.
Turning that personal fire into a lasting structure that helps others shine too. Okay, that sounds like the ideal path. What's the second potential outcome?
The second one is called the burden sovereign. This is what can happen if you sort of resist the alchemy, if you don't integrate these energies constructively.
The shadow side.
Kind of. That Saturn in the 12th pressure, instead of dissolving old limits, just feels like chronic fatigue. Like you're constantly weighed down by invisible burdens. Your Leo sun energy dims, maybe comes out as performative exhaustion, putting on a brave face but feeling totally depleted.
I can picture that.
And Pluto in the 6th, if ignored, could trigger health crises,
Sure.
often stemming from overwork or just not making those needed fundamental changes to your daily life, your well-being. On this path, the source says the crown feels less like power and more like a heavy cage. The key choice leading here is valuing relentless productivity over nurturing your actual radiance and health, pushing too hard without tending the inner fire.
Right, letting the weight crush the light, essentially. Okay, and the third path?
The third is the solar architect. This path is about actively channeling the polarity, the grounded structure, and the fiery expression, but in a way that specifically empowers other people.
Okay, how so?
The material envisions designing something like a temple of discipline, using your Capricorn structure to create a space, maybe physical or virtual, a retreat or program, specifically for artists and creatives, tapping into Leo, to come and reignite their fire.
Ah, building a structure for others' creativity.
Exactly. Pluto in the 6th helps you optimize how it all runs, making it super effective. And Saturn in the 12th allows you to address and maybe even heal generational burnout patterns within the creative field, perhaps stemming from your own deep understanding. Your whole brand becomes about sovereign creativity, built on disciplined empowerment.
Building infrastructure for collective empowerment.
That's it. The key choice here is consciously deciding to build infrastructures that lift others up, using both your structure and your light.
So it really presents a clear choice point this year, doesn't it? Will you build your own legacy, get crushed under the weight, or build something that helps others build theirs?
That seems to be the core challenge and opportunity, yes.
Okay, so given all of this, the intense energies, the powerful archetype, the body feelings, the rituals, these potential futures, what's the ultimate takeaway? What's the mandate, as this material calls it, for the Regina Solis profile in 2025?
Well, the source boils it down to a really clear and potent synthesis. It says, essentially, your Capricorn rising is the unyielding mountain. Your Leo sun is the lioness who crowns it.
Ah.
Pluto in your 6th house isn't demanding grind. It's forging sacred efficiency, transforming your daily life into an engine of power. Let Saturn in Pisces dissolve what looks like ambition, but is really fear in granite clothing.
Ah, getting rid of the fear disguised as ambition.
Exactly.
Right.
Freeing you from those unconscious limitations. When Jupiter enters Gemini in your 11th house, remember, true queens build roads for others to shine, expanding your influence through genuine connection. Your throne isn't made of stone, it's sculpted from sunlight made solid.
Sculpted from sunlight made solid. Wow, what a powerful image to hold on to for the year. It really does sound like 2025 is just a year of profound internal restructuring, leading to potentially powerful external manifestation for this specific combination.
Absolutely. And the material leaves us with one final thought, a kind of mantra for this archetype to carry.
What is it?
The sovereignty mantra is, I am the peak that wears the dawn.
I am the peak that wears the dawn.
That's beautiful. Hold on to that vision, that feeling as you navigate the powerful energies of 2025.
As our cosmic journey concludes.
Dive deeper into your unique path. Request your email audio reading now. Find the link in the description below. Explore episode resources and links. All details are waiting for you there.
Ignite. Think. Become up.
Subscribe for Starlight Insights. Thank you for joining us.